Going in the spirit of some easy moves you could do with porting your heads. Hopefully that's not too strong right there. Is you can use a sanding disc, 60 grit, 80 grit. I forgot to mention, do it also for your exhaust. You see this one, it fits. So intake and exhaust, use either 60 or 80 grit, either one. Either is good, and those are easy steps you could do to improve the flow on your heads. And then one other thing, a second step, is you take some sandpaper, go to Home Depot, wherever, let me see if I can find it. Basically, sheets like this, as you can tell, I bought them for something else, don't use them. And use that. This is 80 grit. Take a knife, cut a long strip, and then what you'll do is you'll use this strip here to remove the stock texture, the casting flash on the floor of your intake port. So I already have a piece here. I generally just rip it off, but if you want it nice looking, there you go, you can use a knife, utility knife, whatever, scissors, and make it really nice. And then you would use two hands, and then you put it in here. Remember, you're on the floor, and you just go back and forth, holding it one side over here where the lamp is, and the other side over here, and you go back and forth, up and down, I guess you could call it. You go back and forth until you remove the casting flash on the floor with the intake port. So again, another very useful step is sanding paper. Cut a long strip with two hands. Obviously, I'm using one hand to hold my phone, and use that to remove the casting flash, to remove the stock texture on your intake port floor. And that again will help you improve your cylinder head, so you can get more power out of them. So those are just some very easy steps in case you don't have a compressor to power a die grinder. The bits are pretty cheap at the compressor. I don't know, do you have $100 or not? Again, if you have the $100, you buy a cheap compressor. I have a cheap compressor. Buy a decent die grinder at Harbor Freight, and that should go a long way in getting you to improve your heads.